Hey guys, I get a lot of questions about what to do when you first get your OneGauge in the mail and what it looks like, what are the first things you need to plug up, those types of things. So I wanted to show you basically what it looks like coming right out of the box and how you can get started with your installation on your OneGauge kit. So this is the main hub. Basically, it's just a small computer. It does all the sensor reading. It's exactly as the name says, it's the hub for everything that happens with OneGauge. Then of course you have, a couple of bundles of sensor wires, and I always try to clean these up as best as I can, but if you've got a ton of sensors, you're going to have a little bit of untangling to do, and that's just part of it. So these first couple wires, you're going to notice you're going to have a red and black wire. Your red wire is going to be your 12-volt positive connection. Recommend using a 5 or 10 amp fuse just to make sure you don't have any shorts. And then this black wire here is going to be your ground. So those are your main voltage connections, and the OneGauge is going to actually read the voltage on the screen from this connection. Then you're likely going to have a fuel level wire. I usually try to make these brown. If I don't, then I'll let you know. But this would connect to your fuel sender to give you your fuel level reading. And if you've got an LCD screen, you can program the system to work with whatever resistance for your fuel sender that you have. In this case, this user has a GPS, so this is just a GPS antenna. You want to affix it somewhere on the outside of your car or on your dashboard that will allow a good connection, have a clear view to sky. And then in this case, this user has a Phytech setup, so it includes a replacement Phytech cable that also has basically a Y connection to the OneGauge. So this is our smaller box. It's the one that we use for most standard setups now. If you're going to be using a lot of sensors, or if you're going to have a complex setup, maybe you're going to be adding or removing sensors a lot, what I would recommend instead is going with one of our larger standard kits. This is the one that we used to use. We still use it for more complicated setups. It has more slots to be able to add high temperature EGTs and other high temperature sensors, as well as more pressure sensors and a variety of other sensors as well. The small setup does well for most people. Obviously, it's quite a bit more compact. You're able to fit more in it. So the other thing this setup comes with, it's got a 4-wire connector to your LCD screen here, which I've got plenty of other videos on I'm not going to go into today. If you do need to do something like update your system, maybe you want to add sensors, you're going to need to open this box, which is relatively easy. In this case, I'm just going to use a drill, take out these 4 screws. Okay, so you take it apart like this. Basically, you've got the main unit right here, your different connections. Of course, if you need to add other sensors, you can do so using the screw terminals along each side. As you can see, this one's fairly compact. There's a lot that's crammed into this small package. You have a little bit more room to work with. It's a little bit easier to add things on the larger circuit board. So we have terminal maps that basically explain what each one of these screw terminals is on the internet, on our FAQs page with our instructions. So if you have questions, you can refer to that. You can also feel free to reach out to us with any questions that you have at all. So that's a quick overview of kind of how to first get started. Once you hook up power, basically it's ready to go. You can start wiring up your sensors and installing them. And we appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, reach out to us at info@theonegauge.com. Thanks.